back, everyone, to 12 News Valley Dish. I'm Caribe Divine in for Tram, who has the day off. Suzanne is ready to make her Friday the 13th meal, the Lucky Stuffed Shrimp with Prosperous Pomegranate and Tangerine Salad. You can find Suzanne's recipe on our website, valleydish.azcentral.com. Okay, here are the ingredients that you'll need. 4 ounces of diced mushrooms, 5 diced green onions, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 4 ounces of unthawed frozen spinach, 1/3 cup of diced sun-dried tomatoes, 3 crushed garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, half a cup of panko crumbs, 1 egg, half a cup of crumbled feta cheese, 1 pound of large peeled shrimp, and 1 pound of bacon. That's my favorite part. Now for the salad, you'll need 1 cup of pomegranate juice, the juice from 3 tangerines, 1 teaspoon of tangerine zest, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of sherry vinegar, and a little salt and pepper to taste. 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, 1 red onion, 1 cup of tangerine sections, half a cup of toasted almonds, and 4 cups of torn butter lettuce. I can't wait to try that butter lettuce.
Oh, it's my favorite. It's so good. You know, I think everybody kind of gets stuck in that romaine and the iceberg. It's fun to try something new. Especially if you love salads, you know?
Okay, so where do we get started, Suzanne?
Well, we have some olive oil already heating up in this pan, and what we're going to do is start our stuffing for the shrimp. So let's go ahead and add the chopped spinach, and this has been, you know, frozen. It's been thawed. I like to use it because it's a quick tip, just to, you know, in and out of the kitchen quicker. Also, I can kind of squeeze it dry. Okay. And you know, the whole reason, you can go ahead and add the mushrooms.
Add the mushrooms. Okay. What kind of mushrooms are these?
They're just regular standard mushrooms, just the white mushrooms. But you could use crimini. You can use anything that, you know, look good to you at the store. Okay. And then those are the sun-dried tomatoes, and you can go ahead and put those in.
And you can also just get these, what, in the tomato section? They're in a jar, right?
Yes, and I do like to use the kind that are packed in olive oil, because they also have just the plain dried ones, but then you have to hydrate them. So this just makes this a little more quick and easy to do. I'm always looking for shortcuts.
Okay, so where are we next?
Now we can add the green onion to the pan.
Okay.
And then the garlic. Now that's 3 cloves of chopped garlic.
Okay.
Now, all these ingredients, you know, are basically already cooked, or, you know, they're also going to cook in the oven in a moment. But the reason we're going to go ahead and cook these a little bit is that we want to go ahead and get all the extra moisture out. We want to cook out that moisture, kind of get all the flavors combining right here, you know, getting them all together and all happy in the pan.
Because this is going to be our stuffing for the shrimp, right?
Yes,
so you don't want it to be all soggy.
No, we don't. Absolutely. So we want to go ahead and, yeah, get that going.
Let's see. Did our stove go out on this?
Our stove is, blinking out, but that's okay.
Yeah, I hear it's
so we're just going to go ahead and just go ahead. I'm going to let you give that a stir.
Okay, we'll keep stirring.
And we're just going to cook that for just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on our dressing, because we need to make the flavor base for the salad.
The base for it. Okay.
Yes.
And that's something that needs to be. It needs to actually cool off, right, before we add the other ingredients to it.
Yes, it does, because otherwise, if we added this hot base, it would be, it would just be a little too much for the vinegar, and you kind of get that blast of that vinegar right in the face a little bit, and we don't want to go there. So what I'm doing is, in this pan, I am adding the juice of some tangerines right here.
Okay.
Now,
are those in season right now?
You know, I found these. I had to go to AJ's to find them. If they're not in season, then go ahead and use an orange. Don't not make this because you can't find them. I could also use, you know, mandarin oranges that you get in a can.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Not a problem. This is a very flexible recipe. The only thing, you know, we're doing this to get a sweetness and just the flavor into our recipe.
Okay, so
now what I'm going to do to the orange juice is to add a cup of pomegranate juice.
Pomegranate juice. Is that a particular brand that you really like, that Pom?
Pom is probably the most popular one and the most easiest to find. So that's why I'm using that today. And then I'm just going to place this over a medium-high heat here, and we're just going to let that reduce. Okay. Okay?
And when you say something is reducing,
that means that we are going to boil it, bring it to a boil, and let it simmer and let a lot of the water, the moisture come out, dissipate, so we can concentrate the flavors. You know, one thing also I need to put into this is our sugar and our salt.
And salt, okay.
And now
how am I doing over here?
You are doing great. So I'm gonna add a little salt to this. You also need a little salt too. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick that up a little bit.
Now, is there a reason why this dish is lucky? Because lucky or prosperous, any of these ingredients have any kind of symbolism?
Well, they absolutely do. Now, the shrimp in the Chinese culture, they believe that the crooked back of the shrimp is a sign of longevity. It's kind of like an old man. Oh. So we're going to use our shrimp. Also, another lucky ingredient is the greens or the spinach that you're cooking with right there. In the South, like for New Year's Day, they always serve greens.
Yeah, that's right.
And so that's a sign of money, money to come.
Okay.
Now, pork or any pork product is also a sign of prosperity and having money and wealth in many cultures. So again, we're going to use that too.
I like where all of this is going. Old age, money.
I like it too. I know. See, we're going to be, and we're going to eat this, and we're just going to be youthful, happy, and rich.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Or if anything, we'll eat like we are.
Yes. Now, okay. I want to show you how to go ahead and prepare your shrimp. So I want to take my shrimp right here, and I don't want to cut through. I just want to make a little cut on the back, just halfway through.
Okay.
And then I can open it up. And when I open it up, it creates like a little pocket.
Oh, and that's where your stuffing's
And that's where we're going to put our stuffing in a moment.
Okay.
So now, going back to the stuffing a little bit, let's go ahead and complete that, because these vegetables are looking good. And, you know, maybe if this was in our own kitchen, we'd give it a little bit more time. But we're going to go ahead and add the feta cheese.
I love feta cheese.
I do too. It's so good.
It is. It is
and,
super
you know,
yummy.
This dish is not only lucky, it's healthy. We're using all the Mediterranean ingredients. And those have been proven to be darn good for you.
Yeah. So we're going to finish our stuffing here. You've actually got one that's already been prepared because you wanted it to cool off a little bit, right?
Yes, because normally when we'd go ahead and add this egg, I'm going to go ahead and put this in right now. Okay. We'd want our ingredients to be cool because we don't want to cook the egg. Yeah. We just want the egg to be a binder or kind of the glue to hold all of our stuffing together. To keep so it doesn't fall apart.
Okay. All right.
That's the whole reasoning behind the egg.
Okay, so we'll start.
Once we get that all stirred up, it's going to look like this.
Like that. Okay, so we'll start stuffing our shrimp. Now the bacon, I wanted to ask you on the bacon. I always, you know, stress over bacon at the grocery store. It seems like I can never find the right type. What kind would you use for this? Would you use it thick or something that's a little bit thinner?
That's actually a wonderful question. Now, you know, something like this, shrimp has a very quick cooking time on it. It does not take that long to cook a piece of shrimp. And the bacon would, you know, normally cook a little bit longer. So we want to get the thinnest pieces of bacon we can find. If we got the thick, it would take too long to cook.
Too long to cook. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to wrap that, and then we'll quickly get over to assembling the salad here in a second. That's fairly quick to do.
Yeah, just quick and easy, just like this. Wrap this.
Okay, and it holds all that yummy stuffing in there?
It will hold itself together. And then we're going to place that on a baking sheet and place it into a 425-degree oven.
Okay, for how long would that be?
About 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, until it gets nice and golden brown.
Okay.
Now, this really has not reduced down as much as we would like it to, but that's okay. Yeah. We're just going to pretend. And once this gets reduced, we want to cool it off as well. And to this, we are going to add our sherry vinegar.
And you said that's interchangeable. If you don't have sherry vinegar, you don't really need to go out and buy it.
No, I wouldn't let that stop me. I just like this because I think it works very well with all the fruit. It's light.
A little sweet, you said?
A little sweet. It's not too heavy like a balsamic. So I think it works pretty good.
Okay, so we've got about a minute more to finish the dressing for the salad.
And like I say, this would have been reduced down.
Right, so it would be a little bit thicker than what you're seeing right now.
Yes, and I happen to have a finished one for you.
Oh, right well, here. Do you? Really?
I just do. It's right here.
What a surprise.
And so I'm just going to kind of give that a little quick whisk. And this is that butter lettuce that we were talking about.
Yes, and you said it's very soft. It looks good.
It is. It's very soft.
Something cool you showed me is it comes, because it still needs to be alive, right?
It's such a fragile lettuce that you want to make sure that, that's why they sell it like that. If they were to cut it off, it'd be a kind of a soggy mess, I believe, by the time you bought it.
Okay, so we've got our salad.
We want to toss our salad first. And then we can go ahead, place it on a plate, add some tangerines, because tangerines are lucky.
Yes.
And we're just going to add these on here.
I personally love sweet salads. I know a lot of people don't like, well, some people don't like fruits on their salads, but I love it.
Well, it's that whole sweet and tangy thing kind of going on.
Do you mind if I go ahead and try the salad before we take out the shrimp?
And I'm going to place some shrimp on a plate for you.
Oh, very yummy. tangy but sweet, and the lettuce, like you said,
Isn't
very
that lettuce
soft,
kinda
but it's crunchy too.
Well, you know, I eat a lot of salads, and sometimes I want to try something a little different. And it is something different. It's kind of fun to eat.
Okay.
And there's your shrimp.
All right, let's see.
I hope it's not too hot. I think it should be okay.
I don't think so.
Try it.
And the bacon's pretty crispy still, because I told you earlier that I wanted my bacon to be a little bit crunchy. Right. So you said you could put it in the microwave a little earlier. Cook it a little bit.
You can pre-cook if you want it really crunchy. If you like a little bit more crispier, put it in the microwave for 2 or 3 minutes before you wrap your shrimp, and then it will be crispier.
Is it bad if I just use my fingers?
Oh,
Do I have to use the fork?
It's lucky.
Yeah. I'm uncivilized. I use my fingers all the time. Oh, it's hot. Oh my gosh, this is good, but it's hot.
It's hot, but good. Well, I'm going to tell you. So you can eat this and be so lucky. You know, are you feeling lucky yet?
Yes.
You could go, like, go hit the casinos. Go play the lottery tonight, maybe. Maybe you'll win after eating this shrimp. Huh?
That sounds like a good idea. This is delicious, but I mean, it has bacon, but it still feels like it's healthy.
Yes, because there's not a lot of bacon. And you know what? If you were worried about the bacon, go ahead and use turkey bacon. Not a problem.
And cut the calories. Okay, now I need a napkin. Oh, this is absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for coming in and bringing us this recipe, Suzanne. Up next, the dependable